The legendary Canon M50, probably the first best camera for YouTube because it does pretty much everything you need a YouTube camera to do. But is it still worth it this year? I would 100% say yes, but I'd also say no. So let's find out. This video is sponsored by StreamYard. This is our go-to platform for live streaming to YouTube and Facebook, especially when we have multiple people joining us on a stream. With an incredibly easy to use interface for doing cool transitions, bringing in text on the screen, and seamlessly bringing on guests. This is the perfect platform for the new and experienced creators alike. You can use the link that we have in the description below to get $10 off. Hey, what's up? It's Omar with Think Media, and if you are watching this video, you're probably considering buying the Canon M50. And just at the time of shooting this video, there is a second version out, which is the Canon M50 Mark II. However, they're very similar, and this video is more about the camera itself, not the nuances of what the M50 and the M50 Mark II can do. However, you can watch a comparison video that I did at the end of this video. But with that being said, the price of the Canon M50 refurbished on Canon's website for the body only is only $460. And if you want the kit lens, it's gonna be $520. Based on those prices, it's gonna be really hard to beat the features that the Canon M50 brings for that price. And I know you can shop even more used if you do like eBay and OfferUp. And be sure to check out the links down in the description below if you want updated pricing and direct links to those pages where you can get a deal on the Canon M50. However, for a camera for YouTube, that is still a great deal. If you're looking for a camera that's gonna be a little bit better than the Canon M50, then you're probably looking at spending a little bit over $100 or more based off of those prices. But if I can be honest, what really makes this topic kind of tough for me as a content creator is simply the reality that creating content has evolved since the Canon M50 has been released. With this evolution of creating content, people are gonna need reliable 4K because the Canon M50 crops in and you kind of lose your autofocus capabilities, no record limits for long form content. However, the Canon M50 still has great features like the flip out articulating touchscreen, which you can tap your face or tap whatever you want to be in focus. And it also has Canon's famous dual pixel autofocus, which is a great, reliable autofocus system. It's an interchangeable lens camera, meaning you can swap out the lens and upgrade it later on. It has a mic jack input, so if you want to upgrade your audio or add external audio like a lav mic or a shotgun mic, you can do so. And I would say it still has great digital image stabilization, so if you are doing lifestyle or vlog type content, it's really great keeping the camera steady even though you're holding it with your hand. So what does still keep the Canon M50 still relevant and potentially a great camera to create content with? I would 100% say it's this. Even though I create 4K content, chances are is that you are watching this video on your smartphone at 1080, which tells me in many ways that you don't necessarily need 4K. Another relevant thing about the Canon M50 is that it is a great photography camera as well. It has about 24 megapixels, which is perfect and pretty much a great sweet spot when it comes to image resolution. So its ability to be a great hybrid camera, being able to shoot video and take great photos, is still 100% true. Now, what doesn't make the Canon M50 relevant or worth it this year? I would also say this. As smartphones have been evolving, I would actually say they're getting very competitive when it comes to the image quality that they're able to put out. Now, I have the iPhone Mini 13, which is the cheapest version of the iPhone that you can buy. And when I put these images side by side with the Canon M50, I'm sorry to say that my iPhone just looks a lot sharper and cleaner than the Canon M50. And this is what I would call image quality. And so although the Canon M50 does shoot in 1080, I would say it's losing its sharpness as things are evolving. And it just blows me away that my iPhone shoots a sharper image than my Canon M50. Side by side, the iPhone just looks so much better, and this just really tells me that it really can go either way. Like, you can either buy an M50 and start creating content, which I believe you should just start creating content because of this very reason. However, I found that using my iPhone to film things like vlogs and general YouTube videos is a little bit more simpler than using a full-blown camera. And I don't know where you are on your content creation journey, because although the Canon M50 is great for beginners, I would say it's still easier to use your smartphone to create videos. A really cool thing about using your smartphone to create content, honestly, is that you can invest into the same gear that you would invest in around a camera. You could get a tripod for your smartphone, a microphone for your smartphone, a great light for your smartphone. So if you're shooting in an office or a studio, using a smartphone can get you so far because you can use that money to invest in other things. And I would say if you're ready to make a better camera purchase along the line and really get a future-proof camera with reliable 4K, maybe no record limit, a clean HDMI out for live streaming, then you'll have all this gear ready to go when you have that camera. So with that being said, is the Canon M50 still worth it? Well, I definitely think that you need to ask yourself, what kind of content will I be creating? The Canon M50 is a great camera for shooting YouTube videos. It is a great camera to take photos with. And so if you just need a great camera to carry around and take video and photo, it's incredible. Like, it's 100% worth it. But if you're looking to build a business with YouTube or get pretty serious when it comes to creating content as a business, then I would maybe look into a camera that's more future-proof that can go a longer way. And if you didn't know that you can actually make money on YouTube, then you should check out our 1-hour free YouTube class at thinkmasterclass.com, and we'll post a link to it down in the description below. But if you wanna learn how you can actually use YouTube to create a part-time or full-time income, then you wanna check out that class, and it is free. 1 hour, check it out at thinkmediamasterclass.com. And if maybe you have $100 extra or so to spend to get a little bit of a better camera, then I would actually recommend potentially going with the Sony ZV-1, but you definitely wanna check out the comparison video I made, so you can check that out by clicking or tapping the screen and seeing how it compares against the Canon M50. But I can't wait to see you in a future video. Peace.